Wow, I'm so bored. No way, PewDiePie, my favorite YouTube. Time to watch.
Drawing! It's hard. Here's a picture I drew when I was 7 years old. I tore off the first 2 pages because...
Damn. I should draw furry porn. I've always wanted to draw well since I was young, so I drew a lot from time to time during then. But during those times I was never really good at drawing. There are plenty of YouTube videos talking about why starting late or starting early doesn't matter, and what does is being consistent when you do start. So I thought after seeing the video that maybe I should start as well. So now I'm gonna showcase my progress during those times, and at the end show me drawing live to you all. Before I start showcasing these, I will say that I used references for the majority of these drawings. I do a no-reference drawing once a dozen or few days in between. Most of these pages are very similar and have one thing in common. It is that I heavily focused on anatomy practice. I know the common consensus is that you should start with the head. But honestly, I only started with anatomy because it was more fun for me. The head is a difficult part to perfect, so I wanted to at least get the gist of anatomy and gesture before moving to the main parts. Now of course that comes with caveats. When I do my no-reference drawing on day 12, I have no idea how to draw the head, which is to be expected. As you can see, this horrible drawing of mine was drawn without reference. It doesn't look anime at all. Nor does it look human either. But in all honesty, I took this as a positive, because I now know what parts one need to work on, even though I need to work on everything at this point. From day 14, I started to focus on facial structure. You can see I tried copying some references and I wasn't very good at it. But I genuinely kinda enjoyed doing these because it helped a lot to know where I was doing bad. This one I'm kinda proud of. For these I practiced eye perspective, then went back to references. Day 29 I tried doing a lot of this character from Blue Archive because I liked her design. Before I go to day 30, you may have realized that I've skipped a couple days. I did this because it would be so much work if I only counted the days I did draw on that day. In a way you can see this as how much progress I did during 100 days instead of actual 100 days of drawing. And yes, that means the title is clickbait. So for day 30 here is my no-reference drawing. One thing I'll say is that it definitely looks better than day 12. You can tell from all these words on the right that there are an absurd amount of corrections that need to be made to the drawing. My thoughts while doing this at the time was that I genuinely was proud of it after the fact. But then I asked for some criticism. You can tell I stopped being proud of the drawing after asking for criticism. But I do not mean that negatively. I took that criticism as a sign of much needed room for improvement, which in the end made me want to get better even more. For day 31 I drew more Blue Archive characters, some more head practice. And for days 33 and 34, I did a couple no-reference drawings based on mostly anatomy. This one is kneeling on the stairs instead of climbing it. For these days I drew mostly with reference, and I got most of the references from Pinterest. If you search up quote-unquote girl gesture on Pinterest, you get many free poses for gesture drawing practice. It helps a lot in attempting to draw complex poses that is hard to imagine in reality. For day 44, and yes, I didn't draw for almost a week, I was tired. I did more Pinterest drawing and some head proportion math. Before I show you my day 46 drawing, I want to tell you that this isn't any better than the day 30 drawing. When I was drawing this I wasn't really paying attention and I was really sleepy. And you can tell because of the huge lack of text on the right. I definitely didn't try for this one, and it's definitely my fault. For day 47, I did a mini no-reference drawing. And as you can see, it doesn't look good. Day 49, I tried some manga panel drawing and even I am confused at what I'm staring at. Besides that though, some more non-reference drawing and then I practiced hands. Hands are a pain in the arse. Day 52 and 55, heads and perspective. As you can see, I suck at both of these concepts. Day 56, another non-reference drawing. I actually kinda like this one. The pose is cute, but obviously it's still a bad drawing. And for day 58 not much, cause I was tired. Day 62. So this is another no reference drawing. But I didn't know how to draw clothes, so instead I drew her quote-unquote in a towel. But as you can see, even a towel is hard to draw for me. Here is the full page no reference drawing now. Now I'm gonna say, it doesn't look too bad, but you can tell obvious mistakes like the eyes looking like stickers and maybe even the hair looking like clay. The position is also too stiff for a character that's supposed to do this pose. In any case, it's not bad, but that's all. Day 67. As you can see, I attempted to do half-page drawings because a friend advised me to draw larger for better practice. However, these two drawings look nothing good at all, even with references taken from Pinterest. Also, her fingers are tiny. Day 72, I even peered onto the next page a little. This first one had no reference and I actually don't mind it that much. It looks alright. On the bottom I drew some Frieren, these two are with references of course. And for this part, I just drew Blue Archive Live 2DS. They look okay I guess. And for day 73, I went back to no reference drawings. The two doesn't actually look too bad. But the perspective is all messed up. For the next page, I practiced head tilts. And of course it doesn't look good, the two here without reference doesn't look too bad though. This part of the page is just weird. For context, I just bought a friction pen and I realized that drawing with it on top of pencil drawings just makes it permanent, so I couldn't erase it. This one I even crossed out. Day 74 is kinda short, just this half of a page. Some head practice and eye outline practice. This reference drawing will be important later. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this page. Okay, before I show you the day 75 drawing, I'd like to tell you what I learned that made me draw like this. So this YouTuber artist named Ori Days made a video about something called the quote-unquote blind method. In summary, you draw the same reference over and over until you draw it one last time without the reference and only using your head. Obviously there is more nuance, but if you want to know more you should check out the video yourself. Here is his channel, just look it up. Here is the day 75 drawing. Drawings. The quality seemingly gets better after each drawing. But it honestly still looks really bad despite that. And yes, I know every 15 days, as I said, I do full page no reference drawings, and this one is technically with reference. But I promise you this is the first and last instance of a 15th day drawing drawn with reference. For day 76, I did more blind method drawing, and as you can see, usually the final drawing looks the best out of all the attempts. On this side I did some perspective practice drawings, nothing too great. For day 78, another blind method drawing. This one is another Blue Archive character. I actually like the finished result, kinda cute. I also didn't add the glasses on the last drawing because I thought it would look bad. Day 79, I did something kind of different. I still did the blind method, but now instead of the upper body, I focused on the face. Though for this final drawing I only drew the face with the blind method. The rest of the drawing is copied with the reference itself. So I can't really be proud of this one since I just copied it after. So for day 80 I did more blind method, but I skipped to active recall immediately. These attempts look horrible, but it's acceptable, I guess. Day 84 I did some Hatsune Miku drawings using the blind method. Looks very beginner. And to this side, surprisingly, is without reference. I just had the urge to do another no reference drawing since I drew so much using blind method. So I thought of this pose in my head and tried to draw it. The criticisms I have for it are plenty, but overall, this is one of the few no reference drawings I've done that I'm proud of. Day 85 I did a lot, and I mean this, a lot of pages. A full page and a half. And yeah, wow. I went crazy on this one. Not only did I do measurements for each measurement isn't even correct. It may look like a lot, but to honestly tell you now, everything I've put down here I only ever used about twice a month after. Anyways, if you're curious, you can pause the video to read. But a disclaimer that this is probably all wrong. For the rest of the pages on day 85, I tried out the math and it honestly didn't work. I mean, look at this. Anyways, next page I drew some legs. That's it. Day 88 I tried my math again, and without reference. Looks okay, I guess. Day 89, more blind method drawing. The amount of attempts here just was me being upset at not drawing well. Lastly, for the day 92 drawing. The full page no reference one. I don't have much to say because it honestly just looks bad. That's all. For day 93. Some more perspective since I had trouble with it. Day 95. A Pinterest drawing. Haven't done one in a while, so I did one. Day 96, no reference drawing, and honestly not so bad. Day 98, another Pinterest drawing. So here comes the big ones. Day 99. So I did Soldier 11 from Zenless Zone 0. For this one I thought of a pose and drew the anatomy. But unfortunately I drew the anatomy wrong, and now I stuck with this one. It doesn't look good honestly, and the pose doesn't make any sense. But the important part here is that I learned how to essentially copy details from an existing character to a model of my own. This unlocks the ability to make fan art. Now here comes day 101, the thumbnail of the video. Unlike the Soldier 11 drawing, for this one, I copied from a reference from Pinterest. A pose. And then after that I copied the details from a character. Unfortunately, it is hard to be proud of this because a lot of the process was just copying. But it looks good to me, so I guess it's fine. Thought this is definitely a step up in my drawing journey of 100 days. Day 103, I wanted to actually study 2-point and 3-point perspective drawings. And for day 106 my no reference drawing. The final page of this series. It looks worse than the day 101 drawing. It's honestly underwhelming that after 100 days my no reference drawings still look this bad. But that's alright. I think the important part to notice for me at least is that I started with the motivation that maybe I could draw well. Maybe some ups and downs along the way. But during these 100 days, I can confidently say that I actually do love drawing and definitely will continue after this 100 days. Now for these extra days, I'll just skip over these. I worked on the 3.2-point perspectives. Tried some clothes foldings. Some plain drawings. And a couple more. And as I said I would draw with y'all on the final day, but I just couldn't skip days of drawing since editing took this long. I had to do the live drawing on day 109 instead. So here it comes.